The worst foods you should never have in your kitchen. Good afternoon, dear viewer. The most useful and interesting information just for you. I wish you all goodness, happiness, love and a peaceful sky. So let's go. From coffee creamers to baked goods, these popular foods don't do your waistline any favors. Losing weight requires a mix of eating nutritious foods, cutting calories, and being physically active, but if your kitchen is stacked with diet-sabotaging junk foods, it makes it that much harder for you to shrink your waistline. Although the foods on this list seem innocuous, many of them have empty calories and slow down your metabolism, making it harder for you to lose weight. To best keep you on track, check out a roundup of the worst foods for weight loss you should never have in your kitchen. 1. Potato chips. According to a Harvard study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, potato chips are the food most strongly associated with weight gain over 4 years. 2. French fries. The venerable baked potato increases levels of blood sugar and insulin more quickly and to higher levels than an equal amount of calories from pure table sugar. 3. Fatty red meat. The China Health and Nutrition Survey of over 16,000 participants shows that what distinguishes between meat that causes abdominal weight gain and meat that keeps your metabolism moving is how visibly fatty the cut is. 4. Processed meats. Eating bacon, sausage, and hot dogs may be putting your life at risk. The food has also been associated with an increased risk of diabetes, cancer, and hypertension. 5. Restaurant desserts. A new study found that choosing your dessert first can actually help you eat less calories overall. 6. Alcohol. In fact, the University of Liverpool found that as few as 2 drinks can significantly increase the amount of food we consume because it alters our perception of food and enhances how delicious they seem. 7. Sugary, refined cereals. Sweet squares and fruity puffs do nothing to keep you healthy or shrink your waist, and many cereals pack more calorie-dense sugar into one bowl than you'll find in a Boston cream donut. 8. Sugar-sweetened beverages like soda. Many sodas are laced with high-fructose corn syrup. For some hydration inspiration, check out the detox waters for weight loss. 9. Diet soda. Most diet sodas use artificial sweeteners that give your body the same reaction to refined sugar. 10. White bread. Eating highly refined, white bread should be avoided at all costs while you're working to lose belly fat. 11. Chocolate bars. You can't eat chocolate and expect to lose belly fat, right? Wrong. Dark chocolate has a whole host of benefits that actually aid in weight loss. 12. Pretzels. If you're a sucker for a packaged, salty kick, chances are that's part of the reason why you might be struggling to lose weight. 13. Canned soup. Not all soups are created equal, especially those that are cream-based and those straight out of a can. Cream-based soups are much higher in calories and fat. 14. Pancake syrups. High fructose corn syrup is an ingredient that has been directly linked with abdominal obesity, overall weight gain, impaired insulin sensitivity, and the drive to overeat. 15. Juice. Although juicing and juice cleanses are highly popular right now, the process used to make juice strips the most filling nutrient, fiber, from the sugary liquid. This leaves you with a calorie-containing beverage that spikes your blood sugar, leading to a crash that leaves you hungrier, which won't help you with weight loss. 16. Granola bars. Traditional granola bars are often made of just sugar and hydrogenated oils and are void of protein. The flavor is just enough to whet your appetite, but leaves you far from satiated. 17. Muffins. A typical blueberry muffin carries nearly 400 calories and a third of the day's fat. Plus, many commercial muffins are also spiked with waist-widening soybean oil and trans fats, an ingredient that's been shown to increase your risk of heart disease. 18. Bagels and Croissants. Although both of these options appear to be nice in size and satisfying, they are made up of white sugar and flour. As a result, Your blood sugar leaps high and then comes crashing down, causing you to feel hungrier than before you started these treats. 19. Doughnuts. Doughnuts break down into simple sugars in the body quickly, causing the body to release more insulin. When there is a lot of insulin, too much of the sugar enters your fat cells, leaving none for your blood. 20. Drive-thru fast foods. Keep on driving right along if you want to lose weight. The reason you should care about this is because preservatives and trans fats interrupt our stomach's ability to communicate with our brain. 21. Refined sugar. Refined sugar in its many forms is a major contributor to belly fat, and unfortunately, we as Americans treat it as a diet staple. 22. Bottled smoothies. Just because bottled smoothies are made of fruit doesn't make them good for you or your waistline. 23. Dried fruit. Dried fruit may seem like a responsible snack choice, but most dried fruits are sweetened and contain an average of 16 grams of sugar per ounce. 24. Refined pasta. Whole grain pasta, especially in moderation, can be a healthy component of your pound dropping scheme, but refined white pasta heads straight for your midsection with a vengeance. 25. Beer. The beer belly is a commonly known enemy, and indeed, studies show that drinking beer is associated with higher BMI and a larger waist circumference. 26. Large coffee drinks. While coffee actually has benefits when it comes to losing belly fat, most frozen coffee drinks are your waistline's enemy. 27. Cookies. Cookies, like America's favorite Oreos, are stuffed with double trouble. Not only are Oreos filled with palm oil, a fat that promotes fat-causing inflammation, they're more addictive than both cocaine and morphine. 28. Soybean oil. Once we became aware of the artery-clogging ill effects of trans fats, manufacturers switched to injecting their products with vegetable oils such as soy, corn, sunflower, safflower, or palm oil, which wasn't much better. 29. Burgers. We may have just absolved saturated fats of their connection to heart disease, but that doesn't mean they're out of the woods just yet. 30. Pizza. It's no secret that pizza isn't exactly a diet food. It's high in calories, saturated fat, sodium, and refined carbohydrates, all of which contribute to increases in belly fat. 31. Conventional beef. Whether you're craving a burger or a steak, make sure to go for at least antibiotic-free meat, but even better is grass-fed. Grass-fed beef is the most nutritious meat option because many feeds for farm-raised cows have hormones and antibiotics that can be harmful to your health. 32. Restaurant foods with trans fats. Many restaurant and street foods use partially hydrogenated and hydrogenated vegetable oils, and they're no friend to your waistline. 33. Deli meats. Speaking of processed meats, deli meats are on the don't eat for weight loss list because they're loaded with sodium and chemicals that have been linked to obesity and chronic diseases. 34. Bottled tea. Tea contains antioxidants like epigallocatechin gallate, catechins, and polyphenols, which have been found to help boost metabolism, block the formation of new fat cells, fend off disease, and even minimize cell damage, aging, and risk of stroke. 35. Granola. Granola can be a nice additive to your morning yogurt or cereal, but some kinds can be loaded with fat and added sugars and add up to 220 or more calories per 1/4 cup. 36. Pancakes and waffles. White flour, salt, sugar, butter, eggs, milk. There are too many low nutrient density ingredients, and not nearly enough of the eggs and milk, to make pancakes anything other than big old discs of empty calories. 37. Fried chicken. Did we just crush your dreams of fried chicken and waffles? Well, if you want to lose weight, it might be worth giving up for right now. 38. Cinnamon rolls. All pastries are sugar and carb landmines, but cinnamon rolls may be the very worst of the lot. 39. Pie. We know that baking a pie isn't easy, but tread carefully in the land of lattices and crumble tops. Baked desserts, one of the most potent sources of trans fat in the American diet. 40. Ice cream. The fact is that ice cream must have 10% milk fat for it to even be called ice cream. Some varieties having as much as 16%. 41. Traditional yogurt. While Greek yogurt boasts plenty of satiating protein and gut-healthy probiotics, the traditional stuff is usually loaded with sugar and devoid of hunger-busting macronutrients that can help you lose weight. 42. Artificial sweeteners. Those packets of equal or sweet and low might be small, but they can lead to big weight gain and even more sweet cravings. 43. Crackers. If your pantry is lined with buttery, flour-based crackers, like Ritz crackers, don't expect your waistline to decrease. 44. Cream cheese. 2 tablespoons of regular cream cheese have 100 calories, 9 grams of fat, and 6 grams of saturated fat. 45. Barbecue sauce. Just 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce have 100 calories, between 10 and 16 grams of sugar, and 22 grams of carbohydrates. 46. Onion rings. The onion ring is a great example of how everything that's good about a vegetable can be expunged. 47. Tortilla chips. This classic party food doesn't contain a long list of ingredients, but none of those ingredients contain a high dose of nutrients. 48. Energy drinks. These trendy beverages are, in reality, overpriced chemical cocktails with more caffeine than coffee. They're also often loaded with sugar and other harmful additives. 49. Coffee creamers. Coffee can help boost your metabolism, but diluting your cup of joe with coffee creams doesn't. These popular Java companions pack empty calories and have artificial sweeteners and flavors. 50. Jam. Further evidence that not everything made with fruit is healthy. These classic spreads are just pieces of fruit simmered in calorie-laden sugar and devoid of satiating fiber. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, like, leave your comments. I wish you all love, happiness, kindness and a peaceful sky.